Hello everyone and welcome back to Panzer Corps 2. I'm playing the Warsaw Rising, soon to be Warsaw Uprising scenario. I'm here in turn 5, so let's get going. I did kind of like half of the mission. So I kind of have to take a look at where I'm at currently. Seems that they tried to attack the Panzer IV-J. Or some, where's my other train? Is it already dead? Oh no, it's here. I actually completely lost what happened. It'll probably die, don't get me wrong, but I do want to take a look here. So I'm taking down the certifications to get access to the last few hexes that I need to capture. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 indeed. Well, I'm also taking down the fortification, so should be okay, but let's see. This thing got damaged a little bit, which is sucky, but shouldn't be in that much trouble. Let's take that airdrop zone and oh shit, it yeah. Okay, well, sucky that. It died. I already got one of my recon killed because I wasn't paying any attention, unfortunately. And I left it in a city. Which is, of course, not smart. But hey, what can you do? I still have you. And I need to start moving this thing. The stronger enemy units can only cross in those areas, on those bridges, which are not here for convenience's sake, so I don't really need to worry about all that much. Like I said, the trains are probably gonna die, but actually didn't even take that much damage, funnily enough. I was okay. Well. Cannot reach that, huh? Alright, alright. Let's just attack this thing for now. Go in here. Attack them. Go in here. Here. Overrun. Kill that. Kill that. Kill that. I'll wait there for a little bit. take either of those. No, let's stand in the middle. Would like to take both flags, but can't just go and do whatever I feel like, I guess. Now, I do think I'll be able to bring this to a... Ooh. Quick victory, I wanted to say. I don't think this thing will be able to do all that much damage like this. So I'm probably fine. I'll have plenty of turns. I just kill it. Shouldn't even have done that. Should actually also have killed this already. I'm actually shocked it's a 1-7 outcome. Because that's quite bad. I will, however, go in here, attack that, then attack these. This should be easy enough to take down. And you there. So encirclement is not great, but it's not really that big of a deal. Let's attack. And yeah. Just repair them. Where can you go still? Only there. Let's clear these out so they are no longer encircled. That seems to be a pretty decent deal. Really hoping for an overrun. Very nice. That way... I can at least also kill that infantry, which doesn't seem like much, but I actually think it's pretty neat. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. Rescue the trains. Let's get you into the airdrop zone for a bunch of prestige. Take the airdrop zone. Move you in here. Right, I'm pretty sure I can clear these guys out in the next turn, so then I guess this mission takes 8 turns. I don't even know why I did that. It's completely ridiculous. But I cannot go to any other airfield around here, so let's ship it. Except that you can go here. Alright, you can actually take this X, I hope. Yes, I can. Alright, I cannot get in there, but that's okay. It just gives me a little bit of prestige, and that's about it, so. Take that and this. The last of the Polish fighters have laid down their arms. The battle for the city is over. With our assignment to put down the uprising complete, we're handing over control of the city to various non-Wehrmacht organizations. I understand they have quite a few tasks to perform, but first and foremost, they'll be preparing new defenses for the day the Soviets are once again on the move. As for the strange pause and the advance of our Soviet enemies, we still have no explanation. Best guess is they have exhausted their supplies after the huge advances they've already made. But unfortunately for us, this is not the end of our woes. Romania suffered a coup and declared an immediate armistice with our enemies. Specialist Brandt has informed me that we're to depart for Romania immediately. Perhaps it's not too late to undo the damage that has been done. Historically, the Polish attempt to rise up against the German occupiers during 1944 was a tragic failure. The Polish Home Army, believing the Allied powers were closing in, launched their uprising expecting assistance from the rapidly approaching Allied armies. The original belief was actually that the Western Allies would reach them first, but as 1944 progressed, it became apparent the Soviets would reach Warsaw first. But once the uprising began, it immediately found itself in trouble. Though many German defenders of Warsaw were indeed demoralized and vulnerable from the recent losses inflicted by Operation Bagration, this malaise proved very temporary. Several of these German units did surrender, and their equipment fell into Polish hands, but it was not a significant amount. And the Poles lacked enough heavy weapons to clear all the German panzers out of the city, leaving many important avenues still held by German tanks. Meanwhile, the German reaction to the uprising was surprisingly swift and utterly brutal. Reinforcements were rushed to Warsaw with the expectation of needing to stop the Soviets from taking advantage of the situation to gain a major crossing over the Vistula with little effort. But when the Soviets stopped their advance outside of Praga, the German reinforcements were free to deal with the Polish fighters at their own pace. There was nothing the Poles could do as the Germans systematically isolated and reduced each of the uprising strongholds, one by one, with their heavy artillery and air support. The Polish Home Guard attempted to appeal for Allied aid, distraught that they were seemingly being left on their own, as it happened in 1939, but no Allied help was forthcoming. Soviet forces did not continue their advance. Attempts by American and British aircraft to drop supplies turned to disaster, as it is estimated that a huge majority of these supplies just fell into German hands. By the time the dust was settled in early October and the Polish Home Guard in Warsaw surrendered the last of their forces, more than half of the Polish capital lay in ruins. In retaliation for the revolt, Germany would depot the entire civilian population of Warsaw and further destroy another 30% of the city in an apparent act of spite. Warsaw, or rather what little was left of it, would remain in German hands as a transport hub and major defensive position on the Vistula River for the remainder of 1944. And let's end it there. I'm immediately going to go to the next mission because this is rather short. I guess then we don't do the Hungarian mission. Which is a bit weird. I always thought that they were optional, so that they don't allow us any chance to do that one is new. I'll see if I guess cut it in. Probably not, but we'll see. Okay, so we do get to the Hungarian mission first here. Operation Panzerfaust.